All right, and we are back, and welcome everybody. So we're gonna play a little baseball. Earlier we had our little uh, diamond mine thing and changing up some rules. So here we go. So we're gonna uh, just review what this is. Wait for some folks to come in and see whose team is going to be playing tonight. I have no idea, and if not, we'll just start it at some point. So this was again, these teams were picked by AP writers, and this was written in an article on Boston.com, and the link to that article and the list of all those teams and a little bit about them is down in the description in the comments section here. So thus far, what have we had here? The 1982 Brewers defeated the 1965 Twins, so the Twins are out. And the 1986 Mets defeated the 1957 Milwaukee Braves. So the Braves are out. So these two will go on. Got a lot of ways to go. This is just one game and you're out of there. And then we continue. So I'm about to go ahead and pick some teams here, as I seem to be having some little bit of issue here with no data. Not sure what that is. Crap internet here or something like that. So let's see what we get here in a minute. Start. And we should be good there now. Just a little dropout. All right, and there's Barbara. Good to see you, Barbara. Barbara is the official family multitasker here. She can, uh, she will read all the classics of literature, watch baseball, watch hockey, watch one of these broadcasts, interact with everybody. So, welcome in. She says, hello. Well, hello, Barbara. How are you tonight then? All right, fancy a bit of baseball, do you? All right, I'm going to go ahead and just pick the two teams here, and we're just going to go at it. All right. So I think tonight we are going to do the. Let's do the Astros against the Cardinals. Let's do that one. Astros and Cardinals, I think is what we're going to do. Make sure I get the right one here. Yep, and there we go. So this is the 1998 Astros against the 1942 Cardinals. I'm not altering any lineups or anything like this. As of course, well, we could. I'm not going to worry about it too much. This is just all for fun. Okay. So back here, and got to pick it again. As soon as you click off of one of those things, there you go. All right. So let's go. Let's play. This is going to be Randy Johnson taking the hill for the 1998 Astros, and he'll be facing for the 1942 Cardinals, Mort Cooper. And let's play this one. So probably just going to be one game tonight. Just let everything load in. All right. For the visiting Houston Astros of 1998, let's look at these starting lineups. Leading off at second base, Craig Biggio. At second and right field, Derek Bell. Batting third at first base, Jeff Bagwell. Batting fourth in left field, Moise Alou. Batting fifth in center field, Carl Everett. Batting sixth at third base, Sean Berry. Batting eighth and catching, Brad Osmus. Batting eighth at shortstop, Ricky Gutierrez. And pitching and batting ninth, Randy Johnson. No DH in any baseball that I play, or try to minimize that. For the hometown 1942 St. Louis Cardinals, leading off in center field, Terry Moore. Batting second at shortstop, Marty Marion. Batting third in left field, Stan Musial. Batting in the cleanup spot in right field, Enos Slaughter. Batting fifth and catching, Walker Cooper. Batting sixth at first base, Ray Sanders. Batting seventh at third base, Whitey Karowski. Batting eighth, second baseman Jimmy Brown, and Mort Cooper takes the mound and bats ninth. Randy Johnson in 1998, a 19 and 11 record, a 3.28 earned run average. Strikeouts per 9 innings, 12.1. So pretty heavy stuff there. Mort Cooper was 22 and 7 for these 1942 Cardinals and a 1.78 earned run average, 4.9 strikeouts per 9 innings. So it looks like it's going to be a fun game, and we are on our way to Sportsman's Park in St. Louis, Missouri. It's cloudy and 64 degrees. We have a wind blowing in from right at 10 miles per hour. So this is again win or go home. Win or go home. Just giving everything a moment to get loaded in here. And we're ready to go. Sportsman's Park. This is a park that I would have loved to have visited back in the day. And we are ready to go. Craig Biggio will get ready to step into the box here. And the starting defense in left field for the Cardinals. Stan Musial in center, Terry Moore, and right, Enos Slaughter. Going around the horn from first to third, Ray Sanders, Jimmy Brown, Marty Marion, and Whitey Kurowski. And catching Walker Cooper. And on the mound, Mort Cooper. We're going to do a little drone fly around here of Sportsman's Park and get this one going. The 1998 Astros against the 1942 Cardinals. Hope you enjoy the game. And here's the first pitch. And swung on, popped high in the infield. Biggio, first base side. And running in, making the catch right there is Sanders. So there we go. One out, one down. And Barbara says Wrigley Field is her favorite. So you won't see Wrigley Field in this tournament. When we play with the Cubs team, the one that was selected was 1906, so that will be the West Side grounds. But Wrigley is a beautiful park. It really, really is. Oldest park in the major leagues. It is also the only surviving Federal League park. It was actually built for the Federal League Chicago team. National Historical Landmark. Got to see a game there. I think it was in 2003. Yeah, 2003. It was a Pirates-Cubs game. All right, here's Derek Bell. Derek Bell, 314 average, 22 home runs, 108 runs batted in 1998. Mort Cooper ready to deal. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Bell. And swung on. And little hopper there down to third base. No problem for Whitey Kurowski as he fires across the diamond for the 5-3 putout. So 2 down for Jeff Bagwell. Jeff Bagwell had a heck of a year in 1998, 304 average, 34 home runs, 111 runs batted in. Count full on Bagwell, and he swings, and this will get down for a base hit into right field. So first hit in this ball game coming after 2 outs. Bagwell, pretty good speed at first, and here's Moise Alou. 38 home runs, 124 runs batted in, and a 312 average in 1998 for Houston. Cooper checks the runner, count even, and Alou swings, hard ground ball to third, and they're going to go to second. Kurowski has it for the 5-4 putouts. Close play there. So nothing on a hit for the Houston Astros. We go to the bottom of the first. The Astros nothing, and the 1942 Cardinals coming to bat. Starting defense here for 1998 Houston, and left field Moise Alou, and right or in center Carl Everett, and in right Derek Bell. And around the horn from third to first, let's switch things up here a bit. Sean Berry, Ricky Gutierrez, Craig Biggio, and Jeff Bagwell. Behind the plate is Brad Osmus, and on the mound, Randy Johnson. All right, leading off here for the center is the center fielder for St. Louis, Terry Moore. He hit 288 in 1942, 6 home runs, 49 runs batted in. Randy Johnson with the 2-2 pitch on the way. The big lefty deals, the big unit. And that freezes Moore. Strike 3. And Randy Johnson not bringing the heat, but a little change up there on that 2-2 count. All right, here is Marty Marion. 276 average for him with 54 runs batted in. No home runs in 1942 for him. Here's the delivery. And Marion swings, and this is going to be a little fly ball into left for 2 bases. Marion turned on the Jets, and it is a double. So first extra base hit in this game, courtesy of the 1942 St. Louis Cardinals. All right. Runner in scoring position for Donora, Pennsylvania native and Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats here, Stan Musial. 315 average in 1942, 10 home runs, 72 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch on the way. Musial swings, line drive, base hit, right field, and coming around to score is Marty Marion, and he will score as the throw goes up the first base line. And the 1942 Cardinals quickly put 1 on the board with 1 out. Musial on at first for Enos Slaughter. 13 home runs, 98 runs batted in, 318 average for him in 1942. Full count. Slaughter cuts and misses. So power versus power, and Randy Johnson wins this contest. All right, so 2 away, and here comes Walker Cooper. Walker Cooper, 281 average, 7 home runs, 65 runs batted in. So not really a lot of power on this Cardinals team. But they make up for it. Excellent defense. They've got speed. So this will be a fun matchup here. Count full, and this one missing inside. And Walker Cooper will walk to first, so 2 on now, and that brings up Ray Sanders, 5 home runs, 39 ribbies, a 252 average. Count full on Sanders, and late call, or late swing on that one. Strike 3 on a fastball, but 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the top of the second inning. The 1942 Cardinals won, the 1998 Astros nothing. Carl Everett will lead things off here. Everett with 15 home runs, 76 ribbies, and a 296 batting average in 1998 for the Houston Astros. Count even at 2. Everett, swing and a miss. Mort Cooper with a forkball there. So 1 down. Here's Sean Berry. Sean Berry with 13 home runs, 52 RBI, and a 314 average. Cooper deals to Sean Berry. First pitch swinging. Grounder to short. Marty Marion up with that ball. And fires on to Ray Sanders for the 6-3 putout. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second inning brings up Brad Ausmus. Ausmus 6 homers, 45 ribbies, a 269 average for him. Cooper studies the sign from Walker Cooper, so we got the Coopers here as our battery. 2-1 pitch on the way, and Ausmus swings, and this is going to be Marty Marion on the 6-3 putout. So the Astros go 1, 2, 3, and we go to the bottom of the second. The Cardinals lead the Astros 1-0. Chris Slovic joining us. He says, "Hey, Beatles, he's back. We can plan for the summer." Absolutely. Welcome back to America. Our good friend Chris Slovic, home from Islamabad for the summer. It is great to have you back home and safe, my friend. All right, here's Whitey Kurowski, 9 homers, 42 ribbies, 254 average in this one-and-done tournament. So tonight, the 1998 Astros against the 1942 Cardinals. 2-2 pitch on the way to Kurowski. Kurowski cuts and misses, swinging from the hills there, and Randy Johnson bringing his 4th strikeout. So 1 away now. Here's Jimmy Brown, a homer, 71 ribbies, 256 average. Randy Johnson brings it to Jimmy Brown. Swings in the first pitch, and this one passed short into left field. Base hit. So second hit for the St. Louis, or third hit for the St. Louis Cardinals in this game. All right, here's the pitcher, Mort Cooper. Corners playing in, looking bunt. Randy Johnson with the 1-0 pitch. The runner goes, and this one bunted back to the mound. Johnson looks to second, goes to first for the sure out. So Mort Cooper with a successful sacrifice, and Jimmy Brown in scoring position to second. So we return to the top of the order for center fielder Terry Moore, who is nothing for 1 in this game. 0-1 pitch, and Moore swings. This one a high fly ball to left field, but not deep enough. Right down into the glove of Moise Alou. So St. Louis picks up a hit, leaves 1 in scoring position. We head to the top of the third inning. The 1942 Cardinals won, the 1998 Astros nothing. Yep. Oh, well, you're back in Islamabad. That's right. You're in Cambodia and Thailand. That's right. It's too early. You're coming home in America in June. Is that correct? I think sometime in June. So glad that you're back, and be safe there too. So Cambodia and Thailand, of course, visiting the killing fields there, and of course, having some interesting times there. Also, what is the song? One night in Bangkok makes a hard man humble. We're gonna have to find out from Chris if there is indeed truth to that. Todd, hey, how you doing, man? I got your correspondence from Ken Castro. I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it's time we're gonna have to dig deep into Sabre resources to create what you're talking about. I think it's a great idea. All right, Barbara greeting everybody. Todd saying hi. Chris saying hi. Everybody saying hi. Here's Ricky Gutierrez batting in the 8th slot. Randy Johnson waits on deck, and then we swing back to the top of the order, and Craig Biggio. Ricky Gutierrez, 2 homers, 46 RBI, 261 average for him. Cardinals lead 1-0. Mort Cooper winds and fires. 1-0 pitch. Gutierrez swings. Ground ball to short. And Marty Marion, once again, making a 6-3 putout. Playing the hop really nicely there. So Marty Marion showing why he's a Hall of Famer. Makes them all look easy. All right, 1 down here for the big unit. So obviously not much of a hitter, although he had 2 RBI in 1998. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Johnson. Swing and a miss. Mort Cooper picks up his 2nd strikeout of the game on a fastball. Back at the top of the order, Craig Biggio, who is nothing for one. 0-2 on the way from Ward Cooper. Swing and a miss. And that is it. So 1, 2, 3 again. Go the Astros. And we go to the bottom of the third. Still 1-0 in favor of the 1942 Cardinals. The 2-3-4 hitters due up for the 42 Cardinals: Marty Marion, Stan Musial, and Enos Slaughter. All right. Don't want to spoil anything yet, but Todd has a great idea for a really cool sort of team-themed type of baseball project. So I'm going to call in some baseball scholars here to help with that, to help Ken and I with it. Well, Todd, considering the kind of conditions you're putting on it, it's going to have to be pretty large range of years. So we can certainly talk about that and get it worked out. But I think it's in the broad strokes, I think it's a great idea. Todd also his idea. So we in the McGreevy League, he came up with the germ of what would be the idea of what is now the Fields of Dreams League, which kind of came out of McGreevy through the Shanks League. So Todd comes up with some cool ideas, but I don't want to spoil anything yet. Oh, this game. I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah. So we've got 32 different teams here, ranging from the 1902 Pittsburgh Pirates to the 2016 Royals, I think. So. And right now, this is the 98 Astros against the 42 Cardinals. And win and move on, lose and go home. All right, Marty Marion to start things off here in the bottom of the third inning. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Doubled his last time up and swung on. And this one is going to be up the middle, but Ricky Gutierrez has it for the out. All right, one away now for Stan Musial. 1-for-1 with an RBI for Stan the Man. 3-1 pitch to Musial. Musial swings, hard grounder, and ranging off to his third, off to third over there is Barry. Sean Barry making 5-3 putout. Tough ball to get to. Sean Barry makes it. So 2 away for Enos Slaughter, who is 0-for-1. Here's the pitch, and he tattoos this one very high, very deep, and very gone. Enos Slaughter, Country Slaughter, goes yard. Big arcing shot, 407 feet, and the 1942 Cardinals leading it 2-0. Let's have another look at that play. Slaughter just absolutely crushes this changeup. And boom. So touch them all, Enos Slaughter. All right. When you look at the line on these teams, all the home runs in the Astros side, and so far being held to just 1 hit. So still early goings here, bottom of the third, but a 2-0 Cardinals lead. Here's Walker Cooper. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nice split fastball there by Randy Johnson. But the Cardinals pick up another run on the Enos Slaughter solo shot. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Cardinals lead the Astros 2-0. All right, it'll bring up Derek Bell, Jeff Bagwell, and Moise Alou. Derek Bell 0-for-1. I will let you know when we have the lone hit here for the Astros. 2-2 pitch on the way. Oh, Derek Bell tried to hold up, and they said, nope, you went around. So nice fastball there by Mort Cooper. So 1 down, and here's Jeff Bagwell, who has the only hit thus far for the Houston Astros of 1998. 1-2 pitch on the way to Bagwell. Bagwell swings and misses on one inside. That one a screwball, something that modern Major League players don't see anymore. So Mort Cooper has fanned 5. And here's number 4 hitter, Moise Alou. Count full on Alou. And he swings high fly ball to deep right field. And this one is out of here. So swing of the bat, and Moise Alou cuts the St. Louis lead in half. It is now 2-1. Very, very quiet here in Sportsman's Park after that one. We'll have a look at that home run too. Little shorter than the Slaughter home run, but doesn't matter. What counts is the home run. And there we go. So touch them all. Moise Alou, 392-foot shot, 100 miles an hour, exit velocity on that one. All right, here's Carl Everett now, batting with 2 away. Cooper has the sign from Cooper, and here's the pitch. We have some rain starting to fall here in St. Louis. All right, rain delay has stopped, and we're ready to go. Full count on Carl Everett. And Mort Cooper just comes back with another strikeout, another fastball. Astros pick up a run in the Moise Alou homer. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The 1942 Cardinals 2, the 1998 Astros 1. All right, it'd be Ray Sanders, Whitey Kurowski. Kurowski with the 1-0 delivery on the way to him. And he swings. Fly ball out towards second, and camping under that is Craig Biggio. Puts it away for the out. Barbara says, that ball is out of here. It certainly is. Yep, the Killer Bees, Bagwell, Biggio, and Bell, says Todd. All right. So here's Kurowski now. Kurowski 0 for 1. And the pitch from the big unit. Kurowski swings, and he's going to line this one into right. This will get down for a base hit. So the Cardinals bring in the wickets today. That's their 5th hit. Randy Johnson now to face Jimmy Brown, who is 1 for 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Brown swings, grounder to short, 6-4, and on the pivot, that will be the inning-ending double play. Pitcher's best friend. So the Astros face the minimum despite allowing a runner thanks to that inning-ending double play. We head to the top of the 5th. The Cardinals 2 and the Astros 1. Sean Berry, Brad Ausmus, and Ricky Gutierrez due up. Mort Cooper with 6 strikeouts. He's given up 2 hits, 1 of them a home run, though, so good tight game here. 2-1 your score. 1-2 pitch. Gutierrez swings, hard ground ball to short. Marty Marion digs it out of the glove. Low throw to first, but he digs it out. Ray Sanders digging it out of there, and here's Brad Ausmus, 1 away. And Cooper deals. Ausmus first pitch swinging, and this one absolutely creamed out to right field. Kiss it goodbye, Aunt Minnie, and we have us a tie game here in the top of the 5th. So long ball aplenty here. 3rd home run in this game. 2 for Houston and 1 for St. Louis. And they are not happy here in St. Louis, and who can blame them? Let's have a look at that home run. This one 422 feet, 105 off the bat. So if you like home runs, guess you've come to the right game. And there is FAC Sports Desk with Paul, our resident scouser, play tester for Pocket Pennant Run, and all-around nice guy. So joining us here from Cyprus. So we have us, it's really nice. We got people joining us from all over the world tonight, man. We got Pakistan, we got Cyprus, pretty cool. And we got Ohio. All right, here's Gutierrez, nothing for 1 down. This is a 1 and gone or 1 and move on tournament based on teams selected in an article by AP that was put on Boston.com. So those are, and I'm actually doing this, Paul, also partially in Pocket Pennant Runs. We did the 1982 Brewers and 1965 Twins last night. It was a great game. Ended on an outfield assist at home, a 3-2. Really nice. Stayed away from the bugs. Saw the line out. Just worked past it, and it was fine. So, but looking forward to the hot fix. I guess Craig's saying that should be this week, hopefully. All right, here is the 1-2 pitch to Gutierrez. Gutierrez, little knee buckler there, fork ball. So Mort Cooper is going to mix things up on you all the time. 7 strikeouts now for Cooper. And there is Mike's Sports Time Machine. So Todd making the bet that it's warmer in Cyprus than Ohio at the moment. Absolutely. I'm guessing in Ohio and Pennsylvania, I'm guessing it's probably warmer, probably in Iceland right now even. All right, here's Randy Johnson. Struck out his last time. 0-2 pitch. And he'll strike out again. All right, but 1 run, 1 hit, no error, nobody left on. Whole new ball game, bottom of the 5th, and we are knotted at 2. All right, and that brings up Mort Cooper to start things off. And then back at the top of the order, Terry Moore and Marty Marion. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And this one, 2 hopper to short. And making an easy play there is Ricky Gutierrez as he tosses to Bagwell for the 6-3 putout. All right, Terry Moore, nothing for 2. And here is the pitch. We got some more rain falling here in St. Louis. This time a 34-minute rain delay. I know, temporal distortion, gotta love it. All right, Randy Johnson ready to work. 3-1 pitch. And that one low and inside. Ball 4 on a fastball. So Terry Moore aboard, and here's Marty Marion, who's 1 for 2. Score knotted at 2 here. And there goes the runner. Moore off to the races. The tag is not in time. So Osmus came up gunning, but Terry Moore able to get the hand in there. So Cardinals bringing a bit of that running game, and this is something this franchise has always been known for. Marion back in the box. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he swings. Popped out to center field. That looked like a pop up in the infield, which tripped me up. But Carl Everett makes the catch. So 2 down, and Terry Moore remains at second for Stan Musial, who's 1 for 2, and a run batted in. 1-2 pitch, and this one hitting the inside corner, and Musial is out of there. I got to remember to turn off these music sound effects. Doesn't quite work for 1942. All right, the Cardinals get a walk, leave a man in scoring position. We head to the top of the 6th. Game moving very, very, very quickly. Sound's going to cut out for a second. Do I see? Yep, we're just 28 minutes in. This is going to be a very short broadcast. All right. So Mike says probably be doing round 1 and game between the 93 Blue Jays and the 84 Tigers, Yankee Stadium bracket. Probably play once you're done here. All right, Mike, I'll get it done early here. We'll just do this one game. So Mike's starting a tournament as well, guys. Very different from this one. So he set up the tournament last night. So as soon as I'm done here, let's go visit Sports Time Machine on his channel. So Barbara, you say you love baseball and you're always ready for some baseball to sleep. So you get this one and then another game. So I think that's pretty good. So we will be over there, Mike, if you'll be starting right after this one. All right. So we're in the middle innings, and we're just reaching the 29-minute mark. All right. Craig Biggio, Derek Bell, and Jeff Bagwell do up those killer bees. How about it? All right, Biggio, nothing for 2, and Mort Cooper with 8 strikeouts. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Biggio. And Biggio swings. Open the window, Aunt Minnie. This one is out of here. The long ball going crazy here today in St. Louis. 3rd home run hit by the Houston Astros. So all 3 of those ones that you see up there, all long balls. 405 feet on that one. And let's have a look. 98, so more of an arcing shot there, and gone into the night of St. Louis, Missouri. And for the first time in this game, touch 'em all, Craig Biggio. The Houston Astros of 1998 have the lead, 3-2 over the 1942 St. Louis Cardinals. Barbara, I'm really psyched that you're going to be picking this game up. You're going to love it. Just so much you can do in out-of-the-park baseball. It's just incredible, incredible, incredible game. Paul says, I watched a little of that too, then straight to testing. Craig working like a dog. Yeah, but you're doing a fantastic job. Hey, John, how you doing, man? Good evening. Going to be a short game tonight. When this one's over, we're going to head over to Sports Time Machine. He's got his own tournament going on. It's going to be the 93 Blue Jays and the 84 Tigers. So that's going to be good. But I'm going to be rooting for the Tigers. All right, here's Derek Bell. He is nothing for 2. Full count on Bell. Cooper delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So first out of the inning there, fastball by Mort Cooper. That's K number 9. And here's Jeff Bagwell. He is 1 for 2. 1-2 pitch or 0-2 pitch. Bagwell, hard ground ball to third, but not a problem for Whitey Kurowski. Corrals the ball and tosses it on to first, or I should say fires it across to first. And surprisingly, that will be it for Mort Cooper. So Howie Paulette will come on in relief now. Mort Cooper leaves the game with a pile of strikeouts, but down 1. Paulette in 1942, 7 wins, 5 losses, 109 and 1/3 innings worked. Gave up 35 earned runs, walked 39, and struck out 42. An ERA of 2.88. All right. So the lefty has finished his warm-up pitches. Here's Moise Alou has a home run in this game. 3-1 pitch. So interesting. Mort Cooper out of the game. And here is the pitch. Swung on. Hard ground ball to first, and taking it to the bag himself is Sanders. And that does it. So 1 run on 1 hit and nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 1998 Astros 3, the 1942 Cardinals 2. All right, Randy Johnson to face Enos Slaughter, Walker Cooper, Ray Sanders. So Enos Slaughter with the lone home run for the St. Louis Cardinals. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, as we hear some Kiss guitar in the background. Grounder to second, easy play there for Craig Biggio on the 4-3 putout. So 1 up, 1 down for Walker Cooper. Walker Cooper, nothing for 1. 0-1 pitch on the way. And he swings. This one lined into center, base hit. So 6th hit now for the St. Louis Cardinals. Does out of the park use a pitch count or batter space for fatigue? It uses pitch count. But I think that there's some more probably going on under here, but I'm pretty sure it uses pitch count. And Randy Johnson getting a little tired out there, so we'll see how that goes. All right, sounds like a 20-25 pitcher's day is done after 5 innings. So what I had to do, and we're going to see how this experiment works out, is everything is set to default modern era, because since we have teams ranging from 1902 to 2015, it's just like modern era. So this is probably going to hurt the dead ballers as well. You know, guys that might have some high innings. So probably also why we're seeing Randy Johnson kind of getting a little pissed out here at 82. But this is going to be an ongoing experiment. We're going to shuffle in some other teams and stuff like that and try to do some nuanced things in each of the baseball sims that we're going to be doing this tournament in. Diamond Mine the exception, but I explained in an earlier video tonight why we're not using Diamond Mine, but I'm doing a different thing with most of these teams with that, but actually making it a league. And it'll be our sort of, we're going to call that the Chin Wag League, I think, because we usually have Diamond Mine running in the background while we're talking baseball. All right, here's the 0-2 pitch. And Sanders looks at a called strike 3. This one, sinker. Beautiful pitch by Randy Johnson. So 7 strikeouts now for him. 2 down for Whitey Kurowski, who was 1 for 2. 2-2 pitch. Kurowski swings and misses. Strike 3. Strikeout number 8 for Randy Johnson. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And a runner left on. We head to the top of the 7th inning. 3-2, Astros leading the Cardinals. Carl Everett is due up, followed by Sean Berry and Brad Osmus. So Carl Everett 0 for 2 in the game, wearing his Mets livery. And Howie Paulette ready to deal. Everett, first pitch swinging, scorching line drive into right field, base hit.
Cotton candy.
5 hits now for the 1998 Astros, and here comes Sean Berry. He is nothing for 2. Everett, good speed at first. Paulette checks the runner. Piers home, has a sign from Walker Cooper. And here is the pitch. And this one drilled to right, but right into the glove of Enos Slaughter. Great play. Enos Slaughter just prevented an extra base hit out there in right field. Let's have a look at it. Got to give the defense love, too, when you can. This one, 110 miles an hour. A scorcher. Slaughter getting over quickly toward the line. Makes the catch. All right, here comes Brad Osmus now batting with 1 away. Carl Everett on at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And this one, Swung on to third, 5-4. They are not going to get the double play, however, no relay throw. All right, so 2 down, and Brad Osmus on the fielder's choice, and here's Ricky Gutierrez. Nothing for 2 for him. And Dwayne Martz joining us. So, guys, on April 14th, Dwayne is going to be doing. Hopefully he's off that day. So next Monday is the release of Digital Diamond Baseball version 13, and on Dwayne Mart's YouTube channel, he is going to be YouTube Network. He is going to be doing an inaugural game on there, and maybe hopefully taking us through some of the ins and outs and having a look at the integration of Status Pro Baseball. So everybody excited about that. I will say this: I'm really excited about the revamp of the Lamin import now in Digital Diamond Baseball. It was a pain in the butt before, but the way that looks like it can be done now looks really, really, really good. So I'm really excited about that, and of course the full integration of Status Pro Baseball. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, baby. All right. So Paul says there's a distinct lack of Cubs on here. I'm watching under a red flag of under flag of protest. Um, so I love the Cubs. I do love the Cardinals more, but I do love the Cubs. And Paul, I'll work on getting more Chicago Cubs on here. The Cubs squad that's in this tournament is a powerful one. The 1906 Chicago Cubs. You'll be seeing them in this tournament, and they were those Cubs of 1906, 7, and 8 were they were a juggernaut. Um, so yeah, we'll get more Cubs on here. I promise you. I promise you. Barbara and I earlier in the broadcast were talking about Wrigley Field. What a beautiful ballpark is. Her favorite. And again, as I'd said, it's the only surviving Federal League park, and it was actually built for the Federal League Chicago team, not for the Cubs. The Cubs would move in there when the Federal League folded. And I should also say, too, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Chicago, Wrigley Field, and Comiskey, both sites of some of the greatest Negro League baseball. Chicago, very much the epicenter. The East-West All-Star game played there every year, and in Negro League baseball, that was a bigger deal than the Negro League World Series. And where did Arch Ward in 1933 get the idea for an All-Star game? From the Negro Leagues. But some great, great baseball played in those two ballparks. And of course, Pittsburgh, a very, very important city, as well as Kansas City for Negro League baseball. So still wanting to do a Negro League project as well, somewhere in one of these sims. And it's probably going to be in Action PC baseball, and we'll explain why in another broadcast. Let's get going here because Sports Time Machine's waiting to get on with his ball game, and we got to go over there and check out what's going on. All right, 2 down, 1 on for Ricky Gutierrez. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And Gutierrez, hard swing to third, and up with that one is Whitey Kurowski, and he will go to second for the out. So the Astros strand won 7th inning stretch time in St. Louis. It's the 1998 Astros 3 and the 1942 Cardinals 2. Okay, flag coming down. Nice. So Status Pro's your first love. So you're going to want to tune in then to Dwayne Mart's YouTube network next Monday for this. So you've been able to play Status Pro in the game, but now it's everything I'm reading, it's actually its own distinct engine now. So the engine is in there. Really, really looking forward to that. It is my favorite analog baseball game, Status Pro Baseball. All right, so you will start to see more Digital Diamond on the channel as I get more used to it. Although I've been playing it since version 3, it's not a game I play a lot. So this will make me play it more. It's a really, really good game. But you know, library management for the types of stuff that I want to do, it's not as friendly. But Status Pro is going to make me look past that kind of the weird things you got to do in there to create what if leagues. For season replays, Probably nothing is easier out there than digital diamond baseball. Kind of just click and go. All right, here's Johnny Brown, and then we'll see whether the Cardinals are going to pinch hit for Holly Paulette, and then back at the top of the order, Terry Moore. Jimmy Brown 1 for 2 in the game, and we have a reliever here now. Scott Ellerton is on a relief for the 1998 Astros, and Ellerton wearing his Cleveland Indians livery. So he was 2 wins, 1 loss, 57 innings worked in 1998, gave up 40 hits, 21 earned runs, 20 walks, 56 strikeouts, and earned an average of 3.32. So he's got good stuff. So Ellerton's going to mix it up on you. All right, lefty Jimmy Brown in the box. Ellerton winds and deals. He's behind 3 balls, no strikes to Jimmy Brown, who hit into a double play last time, and 4 straight pitches, and that will get you a little trip down to first base. That one missing low, so Ellerton shake it out his arm a little bit, and we will have a pinch hitter now. Johnny Hopp will come in. Johnny Hopp, a 258 average in 1942, 3 homers, 37 runs batted in. 1-0 pitch on the way, and Johnny Hopp swings on this one, liner to right field, but Derek Bell will make the catch. So 1 away, nowhere for Jimmy Brown to go on that, and here's Terry Moore. We're back at the top of the order. 0-2, count full. Oh, and this one just off the corner. Ellerton winning the call, does not get it. Tying run in scoring position now for the 1942 Cardinals as Marty Marion strides to the plate, settles in the box. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Jimmy Brown at second, trailing him Terry Moore at first. The speed is at first. 2-2 pitch on the way to Marion, lined out his last time up, and strikes out this time. So Ellerton bringing the gas and picks up, or I'm sorry, this is Nitkowski. All this time I'm thinking it's Ellerton. So C.J. Nitkowski now on in relief for Houston. Nitkowski bringing the heat 3-3 in 1998. And he walked 23, struck out 44, and ended up with a 3.77 earned run average. All right. So 2 away now for Stan Musial. Has an RBI in this game. Big moment for him. Here we go. I really got to kill that music. Musial, hard swing, hard hit ball to second, and Biggio hesitated for a second, then made the throw on to first. So 4-3 putout will end the inning. We go to the top of the 8th, and it's the Astros 3 and the Cardinals 2. Time starting to run out here now for the Cardinals. And Ricardo Hidalgo will pinch hit for the Astros, and the Cardinals will bring on Bill Beckman in relief. So let's look at Hidalgo first. He had a 303 average, 211 at bats in 1998, including 7 round trippers and 35 ribbies. Bill Beckman went 1-0 for the 1942 Redbirds, and just a total of 7 innings pitched, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. All right, Hidalgo in the box. Beckman ready to deal. The count: 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here is the 1-2 pitch. Richard Hidalgo, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Bill Beckman not playing around, bringing a curveball there, and hangs up a K. Here's Craig Biggio now. Back at the top of the order, Biggio with a solo shot in this game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count on Biggio. Here is the pitch. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball by Beckman. So 2 up, 2 down, both on strikeouts. He's looking for the good morning, the good afternoon, good night. Here's Derek Bell. 0-3. The 1-2 pitch. Beckman strikes out the side. So Bill Beckman is not playing around here. They go in order. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it will be Enos Slaughter, Walker Cooper, and Ray Sanders, and Mike Magnante coming on now. So for Magnante, 4 wins, 7 losses, walked 26, struck out 39, a 4.88 earned run average for Miguel Magnante. All right, here's Enos Slaughter now, 1-for-3 with a solo shot. 3-2 your score in the bottom of the 8th. Count full on Slaughter. And the lefty Magnante deals. Slaughter swings, little dribbler back to the round. Magnante comes off the bump, off hit to his left, and makes the throw on to Jeff Bagwell for out number 1. All right, Walker Cooper, 1-for-2. St. Louis catcher in the box. Digging in, a look of determination in his face. Mike Magnante leans in, twirls the ball behind his back, has the slide for Brad Osmus, and Here is the 0-1 pitch. And this one, just a roller out to second base, tearing down the line. But Biggio has it and does what he is paid to do. So 2 up, 2 down, and brings up Ray Sanders now. Sanders, nothing for 3. 2-2 pitch on the way to Sanders. Swung on and grounded deep to second. And it's the Craig Biggio show. That will retire the side as the Cardinals go in order. We go to the top of the 9th. And Houston leads St. Louis 3-2. So we will see Jeff Bagwell, Moise Alou, and Carl Everett. When we get to the bottom of the 9th inning, we're going to see Kurowski, Brown, and we will see a pinch hitter for Christ, the pitcher. So St. Louis needs something pretty good to keep on going in this tournament. All right, so Howie Christ, let's look at his line here. So 13 wins, 3 losses in 1942, with 48 walks, 47 strikeouts, and earned an average of 2.51. And we are ready to go. Count even at 2. And here is Bagwell. Bagwell, oh, beautiful pitch there by Howie Christ in the inside corner. Bagwell kind of taking a half-hearted swing at that one. Moise Alou up with 1 down and a home run in this game. 0-1 pitch on the way to Alou, batting in the 4th slot. Popped high, high, high on the right-hand side. And coming in to make the catch, pardon me, is Jimmy Brown. So 2 away, and here's Carl Everett, 1 for 3. 1 pitch on the way. Everett swings, fly ball out to right field, and taking control of it out there in center field is Terry Moy, calling off Enos Slaughter. So the Astros go in order. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning, and this is going to be it now for the Cardinals. And taking the hill now, the great Billy Wagner. It's Billy Wagner, 4-3 in 1998, with 25 walks, 97 strikeouts. Whitey Kurowski, 1 for 3. Legend Sports Universe joining us. How you doing, Legends? It is great to see you, my friend. Oh yeah, so my friend Derek, good stuff. So Derek has worked to create version 4 of original Status Pro, which will be fully integrated game engine. Derek is such a good guy. Such a good guy. Legends, I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. Great Legend Sports Universe. So guys, you know what I always say, subscribe to that channel. It's phenomenal. Just phenomenal channel. All right, Kurowski, 1 for 3, and here we go. Billy Wagner looking to get the save and advance the Astros into the next round. Again, 1 and move on, and 1 and you're out. That's what it is. Full count now on Whitey Kurowski, who struck out his last time up. Wagner delivers. Kurowski swing and a miss. 1 away. So Houston 2 outs away now from moving on in this tournament. Here's Jimmy Brown. He's 1 for 2. Let's kick it into high gear here so we can get over to the Sports Time Machine house. All right, everybody's saying hi. So David Lando says, hey all, we going a couple more games. So right after this broadcast, we're going to go to Sports Time Machine, and he's going to be doing his own tournament over there, 1984 Tigers, 1993 Jays. So go Tigers! All right, here we go. 1-1 pitch on the way. And swung on, grounded deep to short, and gloved nicely over there. Ricky Gutierrez for the 6-3 putout. And it is down to Coker Triplett. So Coker Triplett, 273 average in 1942 for the Redbirds. A home run, 23 runs batted in for him. All right, can St. Louis stay in this, or will this be the end of the dance for them in this tournament? 3-1 pitch on the way to Triplett. What a name, huh? Triplett draws the walk, and the potential tying run is now on first for the 1942 St. Louis Cardinals. We'll get back to the top of the order, and here's center fielder Terry Moore. 0-for-2. Hometown faithful looking for something here from Mr. Moore that's going to move that runner around. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's your ball game in the 1998 Houston Astros defeat the 1942 St. Louis Cardinals. Let's look at our game recap. for what it's worth. So we're not going to worry about reading all that stuff. For the 1998 Astros, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. For the St. Louis Cardinals of 1942, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Home runs in this game. So plenty of them for the Houston Astros of 1998. Moise Lou, Brad Osmus, and Craig Biggio all went yard. For the 1942 Cardinals, it was just Enos Slaughter. No triples in this one. One stolen base by Terry Moore for the Cardinals. Randy Johnson gets the win. Billy Wagner gets the save. Mort Cooper worked 5 2/3, gets the loss. Struck out 9, but then was pulled. So there you go. Your player of the game is Randy Johnson, and we're going to leave this game. So let Paul know in our matchups here, since he's a Cubbies fan. Where are those Cubs? So the 1906 Cubs will be facing the 2011 Philadelphia Phillies. So that will be that. All right. We got a few minutes. We'll take this up to an even hour, and then we'll go on to Sports Time Machines channel. Yeah, Billy Wagner, definitely nasty. Definitely nasty. So, wow. Thank you, Barbara. Barbara says, good game. She says, Mike says he'll be ready in a few minutes. And David Lando, you crazy man. You're welcome, Barbara. Cool tournament. Yeah, so, Paul, again, guys, the link for how I got the teams is down in the comments section. This was an article that was posted on Boston.com in October of 2017. Written by Zach Britton, I believe is his name. Anyhow, so just pulled these teams right out of there, added them in. It was kind of fun putting them in. We're going to be doing this in a number of different baseball sims, just to see how things sort of play out and to play around with these different baseball engines. But principally, Out of the Park is going to guide everything else. So what do we have so far? Who has moved on? Well, the 1986 Mets, the 1998 Astros, and the 1982 Milwaukee Brewers. I'm starting to sense a little theme here. So I'm going to be rooting especially hard for the Cubs against those Phillies. And what else? The 2016 Royals will face the 1902 Pirates, the 1976 Reds against the 1970 Orioles. I think that's going to be a good game. I think the 2001 Mariners and the 29 A's, that's going to be a killer. I had to make an executive decision with Diamond Mine Baseball because of the unavailability of 2 teams and my refusal to spend $50 for 2 seasons that I'm never going to play. So I'm doing something different with, we created the Chinwag League for that, and that's just going to probably take forever to play because that's just going to be a Saturday night thing. Anyhow, thank you. Legends wins the next baseball game. See that? And there we go. Right? It's like we got the 6th. He read my mind. So we'll be back streaming tomorrow night. So, all right. Barbara's going to take Pippin out. Then he's going to go to Sports Time Machine. Stream. Paul, thank you for that so very much. All right. We still got about 4 or 5 minutes. We'll hang out with everybody. And then we're going to go. What'd you buy? What'd you buy? You bought some. Paul says he bought a new game this week. What'd you buy, Paul? What'd you buy? What'd you buy? What'd you buy? He's kind of looking sad and then happy. Mike is starting soon here. High leverage baseball. What is that? What is high leverage baseball? The curious among us want to know. Mike will be joining you here in a few minutes. Just curious. I want to hear from Paul what this is before we head off to Sports Time Machine. So if you're in the chat right now, guys, just copy paste that, go find that channel and get ready for some live baseball over there. Looks cool. Check it out. I will definitely check it out. Is it a cards and dice game? Because if it was digital, I would. If it's digital, I'll just go buy it right now. But if it's cards and dice, I will definitely check it out and what's going on. All right. I think Mike is really itching to get started. We'll tell you more when you come on. When are you coming on? When do you want to come on? Again, dealing with that time difference over there between here and Cyprus. It's cards and dice game. Okay. Let's try for a night this week. Possible. How about tomorrow night? How about tomorrow night around this time? Maybe come on around 10 o'clock Eastern. So that is Wow, that's really early for you in the morning, but if you don't mind. Okay, wait for way 2 weeks, so anytime. Okay, cool. Let's go for tomorrow night, 10 Eastern. Are you set? You're 7 hours ahead, right? Of Eastern? Is that right? Are you 7 or 8 hours ahead? Okay, 10 p.m. Eastern. He says it's perfect. All right, everybody, because I don't want to hold Mike up anymore. Usually I do my thank yous to everybody, but we'll see you over there for Sports Time Machine in just a couple minutes. And until tomorrow night, we'll see you guys and gal around the batting cage. All right. So 6 a.m. now over there. Okay, so it is 7 hours. All right. So that's CET plus one. All right, guys. Catch you over at Sports Time Machine. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Good night. You're welcome, John, everybody. Thank you for coming in. You all mean so much.